Conseil, RF result don't enter court. Peter Obi don't carry and enter court. If you don't see everywhere they shake for court. INEC they fear when they say Peter Obi don't enter court with RF results. Everywhere don't choke. Everywhere they don't run kete now. My people, not be small thing. Peter Obi want collect him mandate, so him mandate already dey in hand. May they just stress and give her. Now he remain. As I tell you now, I don't want too much talk. I want make a live and make una watch about myself. How the thing enter court. How everybody take shock. Before you watch it, I beg, make una help me share this video. Make the whole world say Peter Obi already they collect him mandate now. Leave your comment for the comment section. Like it, follow this page so that Facebook will recommend it to other people to see it too. My people, I don't come again, no, they kill us now. Up with the reason they go. Peter Obi they go up. So don't forget we have national tell this platform. Now be laba brun laba. Watch it now. Now be this so nato.
Boxes and boxes of evidence being brought into the courtroom by Peter Obi and the Labour Party for today's hearing of their petition by the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, sitting at the Appeal Court Complex, Abuja. These boxes are labeled IREF and sorted according to their states. Having tendered the certified true copies of Form EC8As and other documents from INEC the past few days, these ones will serve as further proof of what happened on election day. Going by the electoral law, the IREF copies should be exactly the same thing with the ones that INEC already gave Labour Party, because the essence of the IREF is to store copies to prevent rigging. Anyway, let's leave that to the court to find out if they are the same. After we hear the full transcript of today's hearings, we will add the cross-examination of Atiku's witness today. You wouldn't want to miss it. As you already know how the proceedings start every day, immediately the judges enter the courtroom, the court clerk will call the case, and they will take presence of the different representatives. As usual, Peter Obi stood up. Respectfully, my lord, I am Peter Gregory Obi, representing the petitioners. And like always, none of the other parties were present. Leading the Labour Party legal team is Levi Uzuku SAN. Tinubu and Shetima were represented by Olujimi SAN, INEC by Mahmood SAN, and APC by Fabuni SAN. Levi SAN stood up and introduced his colleague, Patrick SAN, who will be leading today's tendering of evidence, and surprisingly, he said that they will start by calling witnesses. I would like to call witness to take the stand, he said with confidence. My lord, the evidence we wish to file are in pages 82 to 85. This move today by Labour Party's legal team will put to rest the question by many on who should bring and tender evidence in court. The past few days I've seen a lot of documents tendered in court by the Labour Party legal team, with many saying that they shouldn't have tendered them themselves, that it should have been the witnesses that should tender them. Citing one Supreme Court judgment, all documents that the Labour Party have submitted were all recorded and marked exhibits. So all witnesses can still reference the documents just like the first witness did. Anyway, let's continue. After the witness was sworn in, the Labour Party counsel said, "Please put the mic close to your mouth so we can hear you. Introduce yourself to the court. My name is Anthony Chinwo." The witness said, "Honorable Justice Bello wants to know something. Is he an expert witness?" The LP counsel responded, "No, he's not a star witness, my lord." And he went on to question the witness, "What do you do?" "I am a software engineer as well as architect, my lord," the witness responded. "Tell my lords you deposed to a witness to this petition. Did you sign that petition?" "Yes, my lord," responded the witness. "If you see a copy of it, will you recognize it?" "Yes, my lord." "Please show him a copy of it." "Yes, this is it. You are the one initialed as ITX, right?" "Yes." "Do you wish to adopt that as your statement?" "Yes." "My lords, I thank your lordships," concluded the LP counsel. Now the INEC counsel is making a move to cross-examine the witness. "Mr. Chinwo, how are you?" asked the INEC counsel. "Fine, and you?" asked the witness. "Just answer. You are the one answering questions here, not me," snapped the INEC counsel. He continued, "In your opinion, your statement is based on your reading of the Electoral Act and guidelines?" "There are several components to it. I will say yes," responded the witness. "You did not play any role on election on 25th February 2023, INEC counsel asked. "Unfortunately, no," the witness replied. "You're not familiar with any of the BVAS device application as an individual, not firsthand and physically with the device itself, but with the back-end servers. You have not, as a software engineer, developed an application or device used in the conduct of election?" "I have developed device to collate." He didn't let him finish and asked another question. "You have never developed an application for the collation of results to conduct Nigerian elections?" "Yes, I have." He cuts him again. "You have never developed a device that was used for any elections in Nigeria?" "Yes, I haven't." At this point, Honorable Justice Ugo interrupts the INEC counsel. "Slow down, we are writing, you are just asking questions." "Sorry, my lord," he apologized, and continued the cross-examination of the Labour Party witness. "The AWS is the most secure provider of cloud computer services globally?" "Yes, with 99% of no downtime." He cussed him off again. "But INEC deployed its computing applications on the Amazon. Does it show that they were concerned about security?" "Yes, having it is one thing, utilizing it is another. You can have AWS that is secure, but you stop it from doing its job." He interrupted him again before he could finish. "Objection, my lord," shouted the LP counsel. "Let him finish what he was saying. Why are you interrupting him?" The presiding judge agrees. "Let him go on." If he says it's in Lagos, for instance, let him finish up and explain. Thank you, my lord, replied the LP counsel. The witness, now feeling more confident, said, let me finish what I'm saying. No, replied the INEC counsel. You are not a staff of Amazon, he questioned the witness. Amazon is used by everyone, replied the witness. You are not a staff of Amazon, insisted the INEC counsel. No, I'm not, but he cuts him off again. Thank you, my lords, that's all. The INEC counsel concluded his cross-examination. The APC counsel is up and he asked his first question. You said you are a software engineer? Software engineer and architect, sir, responded the witness. It was your knowledge of software engineering and architecture that you used to type this witness statement. It is my knowledge as well as my finding from investigation on public IREV portal that drove my finding. Honorable Justice Ugo adds a joke. Is it portal or portal? Because I've written porthole. Sorry, it's portal. This judge. In your testimony, you didn't say you are an architect, continued the APC counsel. It's not necessary, the witness replied. I need a yes or no answer. It is not in my testimony. Where you work, your experience is not in your testimony. It is intentional. I have a reason, replied the witness. I say it is not here. The APC counsel is now shouting. It's intentional, the witness insisted in a low voice. It is not here. Yes, it is not, the witness agreed. What software are you referring to in paragraph 11 of your statement? I use public API, that's app programming interface. Honorable Justice Bolaji asks that they slow down. The presiding judge adds his own voice. We are not software engineers. Honorable Justice Ugo wants to know what they use them for. You use them for what? I'm still writing. I used them to collect all the information during the election. Polling unit results, the APC counsel interrupts him and shouted, will you stop? Excuse me, where are the documents? All you mentioned, do you have it here? It's on my laptop and it's on yours too. It's public information. One of those that don't have laptops, the presiding judge asked the witness. It's also on your phones, responded the witness. The judge wasn't finished. Depends on the phone, so... The INEC counsel continued. You anchored your findings on the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022. You know there are a lot of electoral acts. Which one did you anchor this one on? The Electoral Act 2022, of course, and it was modeled on the Kenya elections, responded the witness. Do you stand by paragraph 11? Yes, responded the witness. That's all for us, even if you are not there. Now the LP counsel moves to ask his witness some questions. When you say you are a software engineer, you are a software engineer architect? Objections were raining everywhere, but the LP counsel continued. I only want him to show that he's not the usual architect for building houses. The presiding judge adds his voice. All he has testified on is about software engineering anyways. The LP counsel stood up and asked for permission to re-examine the witness, to which the presiding judge agreed. My lord, we filed motions on 2nd May and 2nd June, which my learned colleagues on the other side have not responded to. Which are you referring to? The judge asked. We adopted and asked for dismissal, my lord, and we raised some issues, the INEC counsel told the court. Tinubu's counsel also added his voice. There is a condition for the application and that has not been satisfied. So they will now say fair hearing when they have not sorted the application. Honorable Justice Samani disagreed. So you want to reply on the reply. You want to reply the reply of the petitioner. You cannot reply the reply. The counsels go on to argue on the motion. The LP counsel cited fair hearing and the court said that they should have drawn the attention of the court to the application. Otherwise the court might deem it abandoned. The court finally reserved ruling till tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. After that, the LP counsel had something else to say. We indicated that we may call witnesses today. Is he also an ex-copper? Asked the presiding judge. The LP counsel is looking surprised. The reference the judge made was about the PDP witness, an ex-copper. Well, it happened before Labour Party's case came up. He wasn't in court. We still have documents in front of us to tender. I was worried about Monday being a public holiday, the LP counsel said. We can sit on public holidays, replied the presiding judge. As the court pleases, even though our subpoenaed witness is not in court now, we still have documents to tender. Just be courageous to make your applications, the presiding judge replied. My lords, we wish to ask your lordships for permission to tender just the EC40Gs. We can give you some time, but we have to rise for 5 minutes, but sort out your documents so we don't have to waste time. Interesting day today. Their witness is intelligent, not because he's the Labour Party witness, but going by the cross-examination, you will agree that he stood his ground. None of them could push him around or put words in his mouth. He had only one job, to show what he saw on election day and how the Amazon Web Service works.